Also, because I know you had an opportunity to learn with some very wise people. Uh, and I would like to know more about that experience of having that direct contact with such great minds and great wisdom, and the impact they had on your life and what you do now.
Yes. The great teacher, yoga master that I met, his name was Tirumalai Krishnamacharya. And I studied with him and his son, mainly with his son, whose name was Desikachar. And I did a book for Desikachar in 1995 called The Heart of Yoga, which was a first real explanation into the world, and even within India, of what Krishnamacharya was teaching, what is something about his scholarship, particularly about yoga. So I put a book together for my teacher Desikachar and for Krishnamacharya, and this book is called The Heart of Yoga, Developing a Personal Practice. So yes, it was a great privilege to meet such people. They were born, Krishnamacharya was born into a family of religious scholars, really, scholars of Vedanta, which is the great philosophical non-dual Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy of non-dualism or of God realization, of not two, but one reality, no divisiveness, no separation, one reality arising as all of us, is Vedanta, you see. And within Vedanta in the 10th century arose a very clear statement from one of their great acharyas, Ramanuja Acharya, which was there must be yoga. It is yoga that joins the two to become one. It's a simple statement. That the two, the opposites, are already in union as one. See, there is no left without right. There's no above without below. There's no inhale with exhale. There is no strength without receptivity. There is no male without female. Whether we're in a socially recognized male body or a socially recognized female body, we are all male-female, and that we came from male-female parents. So this was the teaching that brought yoga to Vedanta in the 10th century. And my teacher, Krishnamacharya, was a great scholar and spent 11 years studying in the universities of Varanasi, the hub of Hindu philosophy, but then needed yoga because it was very much a part of his cultural understanding. But yoga had deteriorated. It had disappeared from the world from the 14th century, because what happened in Asia was male orthodoxy, spirituality came in the package of authority and power structure. See, religion and spirituality has only been a power structure. It hasn't been about the empowerment of each individual as the power of the cosmos, see. And so this yoga got hidden from the public. And our teacher, Krishnamacharya, he came along and he found it in isolation in Tibet. And he stayed 7.5 years there as a young man. And he brought it down to Mysore in India. And then it spread from there as a popular thing in the world. Except in the West, they popularized yoga as gymnastics, as fanatical sort of fitness industry. And it totally went off beam. You know, it dislodged itself from the actual tradition of yoga. And so the heart of yoga puts it back in again, these principles that Krishnamacharya and his brilliant son Desikachar brought forth. That's in that book, The Heart of Yoga. And they clarified this matter of what is yoga actually, and how does any person do it in the way that is right for them, according to their body type, age, and health, and their cultural background. This is why I love the Heart of Yoga in Africa, the work that's going on, because I see them adapting yoga to the culture of Africa, and it's beautiful to see. It was part of Krishnamacharya's scholarship that yoga was not religion, yoga was not Hinduism. You know, yoga was universal to all cultural groups and all language groups, all points of view, you know, as a practical means by which each person can actualize the beautiful ideals within culture. So it went like this. So to answer your question, I was very privileged to run off to India, you know, inspired by the explosion of Black American music, you know, that had its roots. And I was so happy, you know, when Paul Simon went into Africa and he did that album called Gracelands. It was so happy. Paul Simon came to Fiji, where I live, which is mostly brown indigenous people and Indian people, and it made them so happy to meet Paul, and to be able to, and Paul was so happy to hear them say, your music, it made me feel so good about my life, you know. Anyway, so a little diversion, but Paul Simon recognized what was great there in Africa. And he got it, and he packaged it up and put it together and brought it into the world, really. And it was a great work. You know, like Johnny Clegg and Savuka, this great, you know, collusion of minds going into and bringing this out like this. And it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, indeed, yoga just belongs in there as each person's birthright to enjoy and embrace the wonder which is existence, and to throw off the hierarchy of struggle that is essentially abusive on people. You know, it's abusive to put people on a linear struggle of doing some crazy gymnastics or some crazy meditation or religious philosophy, trying to get to a future place where, like, here is God. What could create a hand? What could create skin? What could create a breathing organism? You know, here it is. It's not elsewhere. So I think I understand exactly what you are saying. It's not about following. It's not about having a look outside. It's more about awakening something inside of you and discovering that you are a whole, you are perfect, and you are a part of this beautiful universe. Yes. And it's about looking in and not looking outside as much, in a way. So I just want to also greet Lisa Maria Becker, who is greeting us as well. Lisa, thank you. And Mark, one other thing now, as we are 1 year now, 1 year and a half dealing with COVID-19, how do you see the evolution of people looking for your help or looking for your guidance? Is it increasing? Do you feel people are in more need of yoga than ever before, or
Is it as it was before? Can you tell me a bit